there, I'm Elaine. Welcome to my channel. If you're a beginner and you're working on your flexibility, make sure to hit that subscribe button to get reminders every Friday to stretch. Today we'll be doing a follow along pancake stretch for beginners. This is quite an advanced stretch, so I'll try to walk you through the modifications. If you're wondering what a pancake stretch even is, it's when your legs are apart in a straddle position and you walk your hands forward so that your stomach and your chest touch the ground. I'll insert a picture here for you to take a look at. The goal is to get yourself as flat on the ground as you can. This routine is quite challenging, especially on your knees, so make sure that you have a yoga mat or something that you can double up on to help protect your knees. You'll also need a pillow for a modified version of the stretch. Without further ado, let's get started. We'll start off this routine in a wide child's pose. Bring your knees to either side of the mat and rest your body towards the ground, shifting your weight from one side to the other side to begin opening up those hips. You'll also feel the stretch underneath your shoulder. Gently press against the ground and roll forward into a cobra, lifting your chest up and your chin up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, sitting back into a child's pose. We'll be doing this 5 times. Shifting from a child's pose on each exhale and rolling forward into a cobra on each inhale. One more time into cobra. Move yourself back into a child's pose and hug one knee towards your body. Shifting to the next side and hugging your knee towards your body. We're still warming up our hips here, so we'll take it nice and slowly. Continuing to shift from one knee to the other knee, feeling a stretch in your hips. Next, we'll be doing a kneeling leg press. Sit on top of your left leg and press your right knee outwards. Shift your weight onto your right leg and press your left knee outwards, feeling the stretch along the insides of your thighs. We'll be repeating this 3 more times on each side, swapping from one side to the next side and pressing our knees outward. This really helps to open out our inner thighs and our hips, muscles that we'll need for this pancake stretch. Swapping from one side to the next side and pressing our knees outward. next part of the stretch, fold both ends of your yoga mat inwards so that there's more support for your knees. We'll be doing some stretches in a froggy position. Make sure that your hips are aligned with your knees and your knees are aligned with your ankles. Your legs should both be in 90 degrees. Make sure that you keep your core engaged. Don't let your belly sink towards the ground. Keep it nice and controlled. Shift your weight forward and back, nice and slowly. Remember, your core should be engaged the entire way, so don't let your stomach sink towards the ground. Now walk your hands towards one side of your body and then over to the other side, feeling the stretches in your groin as you switch from one side to the other side. Remember, your core should be engaged the entire way. Next, we'll be doing some PNF stretching techniques. Press against the ground as if you're trying to bring your knees together, holding this for 10 seconds, making sure that you really press against the ground. Then relax these muscles to allow them to sink closer to the ground. We'll be doing this 2 more times. Press your knees against the ground as if you could bring your knees together, keeping your core engaged and your lower back in neutral position. Now release and relax these muscles for a few breaths before repeating it 1 more time. Press against the ground with your knees. You should really be working these muscles. And now release and relax into the stretch. PNF is typically a more advanced stretching technique, so only use this technique with care. We'll only be holding these contractions for short durations in this routine, just to get ourselves familiar with these movements. Now we'll be doing a one-legged pancake stretch. Sit on top of your left leg and extend your right leg. Use your hands to walk your hips up as you lift your bottom off of your ankle. Walk your hands back as you sit back, shifting our hips off our ankles and then back on. We'll be doing 2 more walks with our hands. Now we'll be holding this stretch. You can place your hands in front of you as support. If this feels comfortable, then you can slowly rest your body on your forearms, finding a modification that works for you. Remember, our goal is not to push ourselves deeper into these stretches, but to really find out what feels right for our body. As we work on our flexibility, these stretches will just get easier. Now walk your hands a little bit closer to your right leg. You can be on your hands or on your forearms. Walking in one more time, you should be at your right leg. Feeling a nice deep stretch along your hamstrings in areas that you might experience tightness. Holding here for just one breath, and then walking our hands on the outside of our right leg. This really helps to train all areas of our hamstrings, as we'll need them for the pancake stretch. For a few more seconds. Now lift your left leg out from underneath you, and we'll be doing a side stretch with our right leg extended out. Lower your right arm and use your elbow to press against your right leg as you swing your left arm over. Keep your chest open and your gaze faced up towards the ceiling. You should feel the stretch in your hamstrings and on the sides of your body. Ideally, you should work towards feeling this more on the sides of your body than your legs. Now we'll gently do a few windshield wipers. Bring your knee from one side to the other to help shake out our legs. Moving on to the next side, let's sit on top of our right leg and extend our left leg straight. Walk your hands forward so that your hips lift off of your knees, and then sit back down. Doing this 2 more times. I'm checking here if my hips are square, and that's what you should be doing too. Extend your arms out in front of you and hold this stretch. If you would like, you can walk yourself down onto your forearms and continue holding the stretch. Breathe and tell yourself to relax. Focus on your breathing. Breathe nice and slowly. And now we'll walk our arms a little bit closer to our extended left leg and continue to hold. Your body is doing its best in this position, so just focus on your breath and try to relax. Now we'll walk in towards our left leg. Breathe nice and slowly, holding here for just a moment, and then walking towards the outside of our left leg for our last hold in this position. Now gently bring your right leg out from underneath of you. Use your left arm to press against your left leg for a nice side stretch. Bring your right arm overhead as you reach towards the wall. Keep your chest open and your gaze up towards the ceiling. Feeling a nice stretch on the side of your body. You may also feel this in your hamstrings, but over time, you'll feel it on the sides. Rather than reaching for your toes, focus on reaching for the wall. For our final stretch, we'll be doing an assisted pancake stretch. Grab a pillow or a yoga block, something that you can sit on to help prop your hips up. This will make it a little bit easier as you're practicing to get into this stretch. Start in a straddle position with your legs wide out in front of you. Make sure that you keep your feet flexed and your knees pointed up towards the ceiling. As you lower yourself out in front of you, your knees may start to roll forward, but make sure that you continuously flex your feet and keep your knees pointed up. Walk your hands out as you feel comfortable, or you can remain in an upright position. Hold and breathe. It's super important to focus on your breath because that helps to relax your body. If you're practicing for these more advanced stretches, remember to take it easy on your body because it takes time to lock in this range of motion. Think kind thoughts and continue to breathe. And we are done this routine. That's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this follow along pancake stretch routine. This is such an advanced stretch. So if you are far away from being able to get your chest to the ground, don't worry about it. And it'll get better as you work on your leg flexibility. I'm currently working on a front splits routine for beginners. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel to get updates whenever I have those videos up. Give me a like and let me know in the comments where you're currently at with your pancake stretch. Stretch again soon. Bye.